right, party people. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Woo. All right. Just waiting for a few folk to slide on up in here. What we got going on over here on this other phone? The 16th. Come on. Load back up. All right. Yes, I am interested. What's going on, Crystal? Oh man, I missed that order. Daggone it. All right. Yeah, I'm here. What's going on, TXB? Yeah, I'm here at the Chick-fil-A. Trying to get me a little something to eat real quick. I'm supposed to be doing some house inspections, as y'all see. What's going on, New Notary? Up there in Norfolk. All right. What's going on, LaShawn? I know you heading on down to Florida, if not already down there. What's going on, Ashley? Yeah. I decided to do a live real quick. Yeah, I know that weather ain't no joke out here. Yeah, this might be my food. Now, I picked the wrong time to do the curbside pickup Chick-fil-A. They probably mad at me because I got them out here running in the rain, but I'm hungry. All right, thank you, little lady.
My birthday.
All right, you too.
Thank you.
Man, they so nice, all getting wet and everything. Just getting drenched. It's still all nice. Ups to you there, Chick-fil-A. Yeah, because a lot of time when it starts raining, they be shutting that bad boy down. I'm serious. And everything, so. Yeah, I got my fries. What the heck else I got in here? Oh, some chicken nuggets. And everything. Got some Snapple. I'm good to go. Yeah. Well, I wanted to talk to y'all about I should have put another third thing in there. A couple of things while I'm out here driving, because I got to go by the FedEx, so I'm gonna hit them up first, and maybe I'll get a house inspection in, even though it's raining. But I wanted to talk to y'all about mentorship. And feel free, please, hit that like button. I'm learning more and more about the little algorithm thingy that you got to hit that like button, so folk can know that we out here and everything, and YouTube will push it out. But yeah, what I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things. Try to be brief. As it says, mentorship and conferences. And then the third item I want to talk about, again, going back, and I did a video about this, about worth. What's going on there, Miss Knight? What's going on, everybody? Let me see. So y'all know I be jacking up them. I be messing up them chat things. But here's the deal. One of the things I was looking at, and I think a lot of y'all know about the Maria Taylor and Rachel Nichols little battle royal that's been going on between them two about ESPN and everything. And one of the things that I don't know a lot of people have been picking up on, but they keep saying it, but I don't know if people are picking up on it. And I think the notary people need to pick up on this. Maria Taylor, I believe she started off at $1 million. Then they said, we're going to keep you on at $5 million. And she turned it down, and then they turned around. Okay, Jeanette. Yeah, we'll hit me up 757-797-5432. That's my number, 757-797-5432. And we have to go a different route. So the thing about Maria Taylor, and I like this. She started off, I believe, at $1 million. They want to renew a contract. What's going on now, Willie Farrell and Panel? My bad. And they offered her $5 million, and she said no to it. She said, nah, not the 5 mil. You know what, I think I'm just going out to the beach. She said, nah, to 5 million. And when she said no to that 5 million, she said she wanted, Stephen A. Smith money or what her male counterparts are making. Well, there's a reason behind that, and this is the thing that I keep saying to notaries, because I hear a lot of notaries always talking about what their worth is. I'm worth more, and you're just starting in this business. I'm worth this and I'm worth that, and you're just starting in this business. Maria Taylor, for several years, from my understanding, has been doing football and other types of sideline reporting and just reporting in general. So she's been out there doing the work for several years and has proven that she can handle herself. She knows what she's doing, all of that. Therefore, when they offered her something that she felt, and we have to say it was beneath what she should have been getting paid based on the time and effort that she's put in, she had every valid reason to say, I don't want that because I'm worth more. Well, you're worth more because you've done more work. You've done something. And again, I know notaries will be flipping out and grabbing the little torches and coming at the house because of the, look, I get that. And everybody wants to make this money. And I stand by what I always say. A lot of people are claiming or wanting to make all of this money because they overpaid to get into this business. You started off paying way too much to get into this business, knowingly or unknowingly. And now you're like, hey, I want my money back. I was told I could get my money back. Where's my money back? I get it. I honestly do. I honestly get it. But at the same time, you still got to put in the work. And for whatever reason with the notary business, people think that they don't really have to put in any time. They don't have to really work. And I see all of the different videos of people bragging about they got this and they got that. And as I did a video, and please check out my video playlist called Notary Basics. A lot of stuff that you really want is in there. What's going on, Pennsylvania? Sorry about that. Yeah, putting in the time. Has she just gotten that? That was her first, if that was just her first sideline reporting or television reporting position, it would be hard for her to say, no, you need to give me $8 million because she hadn't done anything. What's going on, Kansas? And we all can agree that, yeah, if you look at her history and her track record and her resume, man, she's been working this bad boy for a while. So yeah, pay her what she's worth. But it's all based on her doing some work. Y'all know, and there's some of y'all, maybe on this live stream, hit that like button, please, that you really haven't done the work. I ain't talking about, now there's some of you who want the work and y'all just haven't got it. What's going on, Terry? But there's some of you who want to work and I got that. But there's some of you who are getting orders, getting the opportunities, and you're not even trying. You're not even taking them because some dude over there done told you what he doesn't do. I don't take no orders unless it's this, that, and the other. Okay, fine. That's him. You got to make that money. You got to make that money. And you got to go out here and get yourself set up. And as I've shared before, I'm learning a lot of these people already got things in place. They set financially, so they just doing this for some side money. So you can't really listen to somebody who's doing this for some side money and you trying to do this as the main line of business for yourself. Sideline money people, they only going to teach you to the level that they are, which is sideline money. But somebody who's trying to do this as a business, who's trying to make this here their main source of income, that's who you need to connect with. And it's no different than and it's no different than what I'm saying is no different than what many of us would tell our sons or daughters, that if you trying to go, trying to be a doctor, you don't really need to be listening to somebody who's just going to the junior college for a 2-year degree. Why are you listening to them? Why are you listening to them advisors? They're at the 2-year level. You're trying to get to Harvard Medical School, so there's a different path for you. So those are the people you need to listen to. Somebody who's accomplished that, who's gone down that road. That's where your attention should be. That's where you should be getting that information from. Which leads into the mentorship that I wanted to talk about. So we understand if you're going to sit up here hopping on Facebook and YouTube bragging about, you got to pay me my worth, and you ain't even done nothing in this business. You just starting. You barely even know how to change, refresh the ink in your stamp. And you talking about you need to be paid what you're worth. I'm like, learn how to put new ink in your stamp instead of buying a new stamp every 2 or 3 weeks or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So if you're trying to go for this business, then you need to have the proper information. You need to be with people who can help you out and move you forward. And side money people in the notary business, they ain't gonna get you there. They really aren't going to get you there. They'll get you to their point, but beyond. Now, a lot of people have been hitting me up about mentorship, and for whatever reason, in this business, in this industry, people keep thinking that they need a mentor, that they need to be all up underneath somebody. You do not. You can call somebody a mentor from the standpoint you're learning from them, but you don't need to be all up under them, talking to them calling you, you calling them, because if you really understood mentorship ain't no joke. You really got it. The mentor should be on your behind. The mentor should be directing you and telling you stuff to move you forward. And if you're telling the mentor, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that, I can't do this, I don't feel like doing that, then there's no mentorship, right? There's really no mentorship. My wife said it excellent. You can be mentorship from afar. A lot of the mentors or people who claim to be mentors, they don't have any real information that they're putting out there. Some of them, some do, but a lot of them, they're just regurgitating what other people have said. They're just saying what somebody else told them, but they themselves may not have any serious experience. I keep hearing a lot of people just constantly talking about what you shouldn't be doing, how not to make this money, how not to make that money, and all of that. So when it comes to me with mentorship, all I ask that you do starting off is look at my Notary Basic playlist. If you look at that playlist, you will see a ton of information in there, and I'm trying to put more and more in there. And if you, that's in there, and if you call me and talk to me, and many people who have talked to me, they know I will be saying the same thing. I know a lot of mentors or supposed mentors have this thing of, if you get with me, I'm gonna give you this secret sauce. I'm gonna tell you this stuff off to the side that nobody else gonna know. With notaries, it's not that difficult what we're doing. It really isn't. Follow your state laws. Make sure you're NNA certified, got your background check. That's it. No, I'm not in construction. I do house inspections as a way to make extra money. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to mentorship, look at the video I got out there on understanding mentorship. Before you ask anybody, hey, be my mentor, make sure you and them know what the roles and responsibilities of being a mentor is really about. Because if you don't, you could get yourself all jacked up, and then they'll be off into the sunset, with your money. Because that's really, for a lot of people, that's really what it's all about. They're about just trying to make some money, because what I'm learning, some people really can't hack this business. So they're like, well, I'm gonna just be a mentor. I'm a mentor people. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure you as a mentor, you're doing this stuff right. And then you as the mentee, make sure they're giving you information that's moving you forward to the next level. Excuse me. That's why I like the Notary Institution. That's what she does. She'll get you moving in the right direction. She's, so if you want some help getting your business going, that's where you need to go. hit her up. She's in here somewhere. Notary Institution with Sean Jenkins. She's gonna be down there in Florida. I think tomorrow and maybe Saturday, doing some stuff and everything. So mentorship for me, start off, make sure you take the Notary Essentials, make sure you take the Signing Agent Training course, and look at the videos in my Notary Basics playlist, so you can have an idea and understanding of where I'm at and some of the stuff that a lot of the stuff that you need to be doing. The stuff that's in those videos, if you call me, I'm gonna just say the same thing to you on the phone. So, and I know my videos are a little bit long, just a little bit, but education isn't always short. Correct. They don't apply in Virginia. That's why I keep saying you need to understand what Virginia, which Massachusetts, all of that. The notary trainers are going to train based on their experience and based on what they know for where they're at. It's just that simple. If they're in Texas, California, Florida, Virginia, whoever, wherever, that's the basis of what they're teaching you. What you can try to do in what they do in their state, but it's not necessarily applicable. And again, I've said this, I believe there need to be disclaimers. They need to say that up front, and that's why I strongly agree with doing the Notary Essentials course. Do the Notary Essentials course, and you will be on point, because some of the stuff these trainers teach out there, some of the stuff that these mentors try to tell you to do, when you listen to Notary Essentials, when you listen to the signing agent training, they're telling you stuff that goes contrary to that information. It is not in line with the NNA. And as I said recently, you swore an oath to your state to follow their laws and guidelines. Not even to the NNA and not to any notary trainer that you swore an oath to do ... what they said. So my thing is this. Your mentorship should start with you doing and learning and doing what your state said you're supposed to learn and do. That's where it starts at. That's where it starts. Do what the NNA says. That's where it starts. Part 2. And anything, what's going on now, True Light, and anything extra, because most of the notary trainers out there, most of the mentors are just trying to teach you, quote unquote, tips and tricks on how to push the business, how to do the business. Now, with that, even with trying to help you with the business side of the house, here's my thing. Again, some of their tactics and techniques and advice may not work in your state. So you need to have a conversation with them before you start dropping some dollars to find out whether or not what they're talking about is applicable to your state. You probably need to find out, how does your state operate? Because it doesn't make sense to spend money on something that is clearly not going to be allowed, you can't do in your state. And that's going to be frustrating. And at that point, you're going to be like, man, I done spent all this money and shoot. What I'm going to tell the wife, what I'm going to tell the kids, the husband, what I'm going to tell mom, them, who I was bragging and I done quit my job to do this. And now I done found out that I can't do 80% of what I was taught. I can't even do in my state because I'm an attorney state, a title license state, so forth and so on. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful about the mentorship. If you're going to be mentored, make sure you understand what mentoring is about. And a lot of this stuff you can do on your own. And I'll be honest, and I can tell what a lot of people are doing. They're trying to take shortcuts. They're trying to find a shortcut to get to success. And somebody may have told them, hey, check out Griff. He got these good videos out there. And then they see the videos, they see the length of time with them, and then they're like, nah, I ain't had time to be looking at all that. Yo, Griff, hey, how you doing? Hey, can you tell me ... And I'm like, it's in that video. It's in that video. And they'll call me and say, yeah, I've been watching your videos. And then they'll ask me about 80% or more of what they're asking me is in a video that I've already done. Oh, well, I ain't looked at that one. I ain't looked at that one. And I'm like, okay, well, you need to go look at that. Well, can't you just tell me? And I'm like, look at the video. What you need to know is there. You know what I'm saying? It's there. Whoever referred you is because they know the information will help you out. But if you're not willing to take the time out, and as I said, not being funny, you're already not getting orders right now. You're just starting off, so you do have the time to look at the videos. So you look at the videos and you learn. But if you're not willing to do that, and then you want me on the phone and want me to sit here and hand feed you every single thing, and you're not taking notes, because I know you're not taking notes, that's why the video is there. You look at the video, fries cold already. You look at the you look at the videos, and you can play them back and forth. And if there's something that you aren't 100% sure about that I said, hit me up. But if you like, well, just tell me the whole process, give me the whole doc. Same thing, you know, people say, well, you know, send me some loan docs. I'm not sending loan documents because there's too many different variables with all of these different companies out here. And sending somebody a set of loan documents, and then you go out there and memorize them loan documents, and then you jack up somebody's loan because you got some loan documents that I sent you from Solidify, and you doing an Old Republic closing, it's gonna mess you up. Or a Vantage Point, it's just gonna mess you up. Learn how to properly notarize. Now, thank you. Now, yeah, in the loan doc video, I mean, that thing got over 32,000 views. If you can't grab it out of there, you must not be trying. And I'm not trying to be funny. And the reason why, because I'm gonna explain what I mean by you not trying, as I go into this next part here talking about conferences. I'm doing good on time, y'all. I'm being concise today. So with conferences, just so y'all know, I have a personal issue with a lot of conferences because, you know, going to a lot of church conferences, going to a lot of network marketing conferences. What I've learned is that if you go there and you're unwilling to learn the information that is presented, or the people who are presenting the information are lackluster, they just, you know, they just happen to hop into the industry at the right time, and they just making bank left and right, but they really don't know how to teach you anything. They're just explaining and just bragging about how much money they done made and how successful they are. It's like, okay, well, you mean to tell me I done came to this conference just for that? You know, my thing is this. What I've learned, and if anybody's gone to a lot of church conferences, I've gone to Fred Price conference, I've gone to Creflo's conference, and a host of other ones in between. I've gone to Amway conference. I used to be in Amway, so I've gone to these network marketing conferences. 54 years old, I've been out there, been a little bit into some of everything. What I've learned is that people get all hyped up about going to the conference because they think they're going to get some little piece of, some little nugget, and that's just going to propel them. Maybe, maybe not. But what I see happen the most at these conferences is that people are all hyped up and they're so focused on the fact that they're at the conference, they don't even get a chance, or they actually don't even learn anything. I mean, they really don't learn anything because they're just sitting there looking at how many people are there. Then they start getting overwhelmed at the dollars and the numbers that they start talking about. 15,000, 10,000, 20,000. And they start looking at the commitment that these people are making to to do what they do, and then they like, man, I ain't in that. Oh man, I don't know if I'm on that level, So if you go into a conference, you really got to have your focus. Now, every conference that I go to, I learn. There's something that I learn as by going there. I go there and I pay attention and I listen to what's being said. And what I found out is that a lot of times the best speaker is that one who's the boringest, the one who's the most monotone. And see, one of the things you got to be able at a conference, you got to be able to listen in between the stories, in between the lines of what they're saying. And that way you can pick up, oh, that was a nugget. That was a nugget. But if you're looking for everybody to get you all pumped up, hyped up, all of the fanfare, and it's like, okay, why am I even here at the conference? And again, I'm not saying you don't go to a conference, but anything that you're going to invest money into, pay money to go to, hotels, the food and all that, you really got to make sure you come out of there learning something. And especially if you're a couple, you want to be able to say, okay, I got something out of this. And then have the initiative and the ability to implement it. Okay? Implement what you learn. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for me so we can get this out there to a whole bunch of people. So you got to make sure that you're even willing to implement it, because if you're not willing to implement it, then you're wasting your time and money. Again, I'm not saying don't go to conferences. As I told you, I've gone to plenty. I'm talking about flying from Virginia all the way to California to go to a Fred Price conference. And I'm going to tell you now, I learned a whole lot. Okay? I learned a lot. That's where I get the term most faithful lunatic. I get that from a pastor out there named Art Aragon. I think he's out of Alaska. He said sometimes people hire the most faithful lunatic to be a part of their organization. I also learned from him that sometimes when you're building something, you have cranes. And cranes are designed, a lot of times, certain cranes are designed to hold up the wall. And to get the wall in place, the problem is sometimes you will have the crane on the inside of the building. They will be building the building from them being on the inside. And then once the walls are up, the crane is stuck on the inside and can't get out. And therefore, the crane starts swinging around and starts tearing down the walls that it just helped put up, because it's not supposed to be in there anyway. It's supposed to be on the outside. So there's things that I learned about the art of saying no, how to say no to people. You know what I'm saying? So there's things that me and my wife learned when we went to those conferences. But there are people who sat in the same conference with us and didn't learn a thing. And we're sitting here like reciting, yeah, we learned this and we learned that. And they're like, huh? When they said that? Well, he said this, that, and the other. And they sitting next to us, sitting right up. But see, they was worried about trying to be around Fred Price's crew. We didn't sit next to Fred Price's crew. We sat over here by ourselves. We sat with the common folk. They was all up, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you miss. And sometimes, and they probably, well, with them, they had to sit over there when I think back on it, because they was doing, but the bottom line is people miss out on stuff. When I was at Amway conferences, people would miss out on stuff. Stuff would be said and taught, and they'll be like, and they leave there, and they're like, and I'm doing stuff, making my money, and they like, where you get that from? They said this at the conference. Oh man, I missed that. Showed, and you looked at me like, yeah, I got it. Oh, I don't even remember that. This is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. So if you're going to go to a conference and spend your money, you really got to make sure that you're there to learn. You're not there to hook up with anybody. You're not there to worry about spending all your money drinking and showing how deep your pockets are by taking and paying for everybody to go to dinner. You're not there to show how fancy you dress. None of that. You're not there to be dumping on people about your personal and emotional problems. If you got problems and stuff back home, you need to stay your butt back home and get that straight, because going to a conference may not be the key to getting it straight. Okay, might get you in some trouble, and especially if you and the spouse got some issues, and you go to the conference, and you got your little smell fresh on, and she got her smell fresh on, and next thing you know, y'all looking at each other, and y'all like, you smell good, I smell good, and then next thing you know, well, I got this issue. Well, your spouse, they don't even believe me, they don't support me, and then next thing you know, you got some mess going on. I'm telling you, people, we human, things happen. If you're going to brag about how much you're worth, then do the daggone work. If you want a mentor, make sure you understand what mentorship is about. Make sure they understand what being a mentor is about. You understand what being a mentee is about. I got a video of that in my playlist, Notary Basic playlist. And conferences, go to whatever conference you want. Just make sure you get something out of it. And don't do it for bragging rights. Oh yeah, I went because everybody, I ain't want to miss out. You know, a lot of people like, I don't want to miss out. You know, I want to make sure I'm in the house. I was there. Okay, what you learn? What are you doing? Well, you know what? I don't. But next year's conference, that's when I'm gonna really get some information. So from this conference to the next conference, what are you going to be doing in the in-between time? Suffering, listening to Facebook, whining and crying about you can't make money in the business because, well, it's going to be at the next conference. At the next conference, yeah. The conference should be a motivator. Sometimes I don't even know the purpose of the conference. I just know the conference is just a one moment thing out of your life. And I'm not talking about small training sessions. Not talking about them. I'm talking about these big, lavish productions. I haven't been to the NNA conference, but from what I've seen on the videos, those things are on point. They're tight, and there hasn't been a session that they put up there that I didn't learn something significant to help my business out. But you got to be careful about some of these other conferences. And again, I'm not saying you can't go. I'm not telling you better not go. I'm just saying if you're going to go, make sure you get something out of it. Are you there to get something out of it, or are you there just because you happen to have the money to go? And to go to a conference for, say, 3 to 4 days, that means you might have to end up spending a week of not doing any notary work. And then you don't get anything out of it. And you don't get anything out of it. It's like, okay, you just wasted your time and money. So I just wanted to share that. Look, you take what I say, how you take it. I'm just trying to encourage you because people get all excited. Thank you very much, and educated. Thank you. Thank you. Let me see if I can read some of these. Yeah, Fred Price passed away. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yep. Tablet for doing the business. I mean, I know some people have them. I haven't tried it. Did over 90 closing last month. Some with HELOCs, partial sign and manage. You made 8,500. I had listened to these people not taking orders. I will be broke. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. What's going on, Jose RBT? Yeah, you're right. What's going on, Kane? MNS Notary. Again, so many people telling us what to do, how not to make money. And I know sometimes I sound like a broken record saying the same thing over and over again. But they keep saying the same thing over and over again. and it's like, man, I just know this business is good. It's not that hard to do. How much, after you've been in it for a while, it's like, okay, going to a conference to learn what? Thank you, MNS Notary. Again, everything is about purpose. Some of the stuff that you are doing as an individual notary, would you be okay with your spouse ripping and running the same behind whatever it is they're doing? It's like, okay, wait a minute, why are you doing this? Why are you spending money on that? So you can't be selfish and like, well, it's me, and Nah, you can't do that. You can't do that. You know, you got to think about what you're doing, you know, because at the end of the day, you and your family got to still be together after that conference is over, after you spend time with that mentor. And while you sitting up here talking about I know my worth and ain't done nothing and bypassing all these orders that could put dollars in your pocket, I'm gonna end with this. I'm gonna end with this. My oldest son came to me because he said, I see that you turned your notary business and this notary thing into a real business. He didn't say, I see that you are taking $150 orders and leaving all of that on the, you know, and not messing with that because you know your worth. He said, I see you took this notary thing, and that's how he had to express, because he didn't, you know, he didn't know much about it, on this notary thing, and turned it into a real business. He couldn't say that if he saw me just sitting on my butt at home day in and day out, bypassing orders. He see me out there busting my butt, going out there making a dollar, seeing the checks come in, all of that. And that motivated him to be in this business. So ask yourself this: the way you're doing the business, would it motivate one of your kids to be in the business the way you're doing it? Sitting on your behind and not taking orders and claiming that you know your worth and ain't done nothing. Would that motivate your kids to be a part of the business with you? That's what you need to ask yourself. And if it does, then more power to you. But I have a hard time believing that you sitting there bypassing orders, your spouse looking at you like you crazy. Y'all might be arguing over the fact that you've been doing this business and you ain't taking no orders. They're gonna be like, wait a minute, what's wrong with you? You ain't bringing no money in for this business. All this stuff going out, but nothing's coming in. And that's supposed to encourage your kid to hop on with you. I don't think so. All right. Well, I'm gonna finish eating my cold fries. I'm gonna drop these documents off to FedEx. Thanks, y'all. Those of you hit the like button, share the video, all that good stuff, and thanks to all 8,000 plus subscribers. I saw the other night that I hit 8,000 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yes, I still have this very special video that I'm getting ready to do that's gonna help y'all with the loan docs. But I've been working. I know I was supposed to end. Yesterday I had an order for $85. $85. Somebody called me up that I knew, and they was like, hey, and I'll go over this again at another video, but they for $85, and guess what? It was only 7 pages. Come on, people. Do this daggone business. $85, and it was only 7 pages that I had to get signed. You can't be. I didn't even know how many pages. I get home, I download the documents, I get ready to hit print, and I'm like, what? And I called on, I was like, yo, is this right? They're like, yeah, 7 pages. I'm like, 7 pages, $85? I said, I don't know. I may have unbroke the notary system now by doing that, because I broke it when I did the $25 thing and all of that and stuff. But yeah. Oh yeah, way less than 30 minutes. I mean, shoot. I was in and out of there so quick it wasn't even funny. $85. So if the notary system been broke all this time, y'all, since I did that $25 signing, it should be straight now that I did the $85 signing with only 7 pages. All right. So the notary pay system is fixed. Y'all should be able to start making money now. All right. Tell the haters I said I'm sorry. You know, hey, it took me a while to get it fixed, but it's fixed now. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace. And I saw your thing about the business coaching and all of that. Hit me up. The biggest thing I can say about business coach, about business, don't be turning down money. I know not all money is good money, but there's more good money than there is bad money. Peace.